Thanks for joining us on Golf Channel Academy. This is School of Golf Extra Credit. I'm Holly Saunders alongside the professor, Martin Hall. And Martin, today was Chapter 1, Start the Year Strong, helping everybody at home knock off the rust, get back out there on the course, get their games in shape for 2013. What did you take away from the show today?
Well, my hope in writing this show, Holly, was to help people understand there's a lot of ways you can hit a golf ball and make it go to the target. And what people call the fundamentals, there's really only three fundamentals. I mean, how you grip the club, there have been people who've played really well with a weak grip or with a strong grip. Should you aim straight, there have been people who've played well who aim straight, who aim right, who aim left. There have been people with the face closed at address, been people with the face open at address, all are in the world of fame. So the fundamentals that matter to me, there are three fundamentals that matter. You've got to hit it solid, pretty much in the middle of the club, and ball turf contact. And you know, the only clubs you're hitting up with are perhaps your driver and perhaps your putter. So everything else you've got to be hitting down a little bit with. You've got to hit it far enough, which is something to do with the arms and hands and the body, that's for sure. And then you've got to be able to control the direction the ball goes in. Obviously, that's for sure.
That's a big part of it, correct?
Yeah, I think that matters. A repeatable, predictable ball flight, but you don't try and hit it straight. Now, I've got some drills, and you won't know this. You won't know that this Odor X, which is an odor-fighting spray powder for smelly feet. It says it's all-day odor protection, destroys odor instantly, absorbs sweat, and is very good for finding the sweet spot of your golf club. They didn't put that on there. Let me show you.
I thought you were trying to tell me something.
No, look, this is so good. This is so good. There you go. It dries quickly.
Let's try it.
And as soon as I hit that ball, it's going to and I didn't use much of it, and as soon as I hit that ball, it leaves a beautiful mark on the club, hopefully somewhere near the middle of the club. And you're going to see not too bad. I don't know if you can pick that up, but Holly can certainly see that. I mean, it's a little bit on the toe, but nice and high on the face, so that's good. So instead of getting an impact decal or using a dry erase marker, you know, if you happen to use some sort of odor stuff, it works really
cool.
well. So that's
Very
a good.
cool.
That's a good one. And of course, it just wipes right off. So that's a new one. That's a goodie. Well worth doing if you're hitting balls into the net, or even if you're hitting balls on the range. Now, in little more serious vein, you need to hit the ball far enough. And I said in the show that the right arm straightening and, you know, what I call the L90 and 3 o'clock there, very important. Hands and arms important. But so is the body action. And most tour pros, all tour pros actually, have the body leading, the arms trailing, and the arms catching up with the body somewhere after impact. This whole ridiculous nonsense gibberish that everything gets to impact at the same time is what keeps me in business on a day-to-day basis. The body is leading. The jury is no longer out on that one. Now, great drill you can do. Put your left thumb in your chest. Hold the club in your right hand. As you swing back, the left elbow will move, obviously. And here's the thing, to feel the downswing stretch, see if you can feel that you move the left elbow away from the right hand. Feel that the right hand stays still as you turn and move the left elbow away. And when you can't move anymore, then it comes through. That's the real stretch. That's the real catapult part of the golf swing. So it's definitely body before hands, and then through. And I exaggerated that a little bit on purpose to try and make it to make it obvious what's going on. But the body does lead. There isn't one single player on the PGA Tour who's any good who starts down with his arms, even if they feel they do. It's not what they do.
And we all want to do what the tour pros are doing, because clearly they know what's up, right?
Well, we want to do what they do. Absolutely, we do.
All right, why don't we take a viewer question now from Facebook. Martin, Steve Korok writes us asking, how do you stop hitting the ground with your club right before you hit the golf ball?
Okay, well, I have got a drill for you here, Holly. I mean, people, I'll tell you what, you're going to be the hitter, I'm going to be the teacher right here, and I'm going to give you my long club, my pole vaulting club here. And people who hit the ground, I call it, you know, some people call it fat, I call it the wrong side of the ball. People who hit the wrong club on the wrong side of the ball, I've got one of two problems. Either there's too much weight on the back foot when they hit the ball, or the club head has passed the hands too early. So here's a great drill to make sure you can't do that. I'm going to have you hold the club as normal. That shaft extension you can see here clearly. I've put a shaft down the grip of my, I think it's my 3-iron actually. I finally found something useful to do with it. Put your feet apart.
Okay.
Now here's the goal. The goal is, you don't have to make a full swing here, Holly, but the goal is to learn to sort of get about here going backward. I'd call it a bit more than the L90. As you come through, get your weight to your front foot. Really get your weight to the front foot. Push that water out of the towel that we talked about in the show. And see if you can get all the way out here before that club would touch your left side. It is a promise. I do mean a promise. If you get the weight forwards enough and that shaft has not yet touched your side when you hit the ball, it is impossible to hit it fat. So have a couple of swings, have a shot.
You said not a full swing, or yes, a full swing?
You would not take a full follow through. You're going to cut that follow through off about here.
But a full backswing?
You can take a full backswing.
Okay.
You don't want to go too fast. You're just trying to create a movement pattern. Now, did you feel that hit your side a bit?
It hurt me.
Well, and that might also stop your hook, by the way, young lady, that sometimes plays
That's my consequence. Let's try a different one.
Okay. But just, it's a great weight. Just get the weight forwards, keep the hands leading, and a fat shot then actually is impossible. That was much better. And you're not hitting full shots. It's just, Collie, it's just a case of creating a movement pattern.
And you will know if you did it correctly. Let me tell you.
You certainly will. Feedback with pain.
That's what we do here on School of Golf. Thanks for joining us on Golf Channel Academy for the best in golf instruction. I'm Holly Saunders, and for more great tips from your teacher, Martin Hall, tune in to School of Golf every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.